Catch a Vibe with Big Hass, only on Pulse 95.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace and love, you guys, and welcome to Catch a Vibe with me, Big Hass. Catch a Vibe is Pulse's first and only music-dedicated radio show. It airs every Saturday and Sunday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. And man, oh man, we've reached episode number 43. 43 episodes. Singers, songwriters, musicians, music enthusiasts. It's really been incredible giving these incredible humans a platform. And I want to say thank you to them because they truly rejuvenated me personally. And it's just really been incredible. Big up to Pulse 95 Radio for giving me this platform as well. And wow. Today's guest, brothers and sisters, man oh man. I had a lot of musicians and artists right here on Catch a Vibe. They all love him and they all talk about him. And, some of them have actually told me that he is responsible to elevate my game, which is like a big statement. He's an amazing musician. He's a bass player. He is also a composer and he's an arranger. He's somebody who really you feel okay can be in the in the back, or you know because we always focus about the singer or so, but this guy is truly remarkable at what he does. And part of Catch a Vibe is to humanize the artists, get to know them, what inspires them, what do they do when they're feeling down, what are they personally working on. And I think it's truly remarkable. So without further ado, we're going to welcome the amazing from Ghana, Opoku Sanaa. We're going to say salam alaikum, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, because thanks for having me here.
My brother.
Privileged to be here.
It's a huge honor to me.
Thank you.
Thank you so Sanaa,
much.
as everybody calls you in the scene right here.
Yeah.
You came to the UAE about 7-8 years ago?
Yeah, so I've been here for 7 years and a few months, so almost 8 years. Yeah.
Wow. Let's go back to Sanaa in Ghana. Shout out to Ghana, first of all, always. Always.
Ghana Jollof, the best.
Always.
I mean, the Nigerians are going to fight me after this interview, but it's fine.
Bless up Africa. How did you get introduced to music? How did you pursue music, or was it music that came knocking on your door?
Okay, so I got into music, I would say, by chance.
Okay.
Because I don't have any family member who is a musician.
Wow, you're the first.
Yeah, so technically there was a need for a church bass player, a missing church bass player in 2004. And then they were like, young guys, who wants to learn how to play instruments?
Really?
Like me? Yeah. So initially I selected a keyboard actually.
Okay.
But then I was like, nah, keyboards is too hard. I mean, the bass is easier. And then I came on the bass guitar. And it's been a roller coaster. I mean, over years I honed my skill.
Do you remember the first time you played? Like professionally in front of a crowd?
Yeah.
How was that?
So actually, after picking up the bass in 2004, practicing for a long time, learning from people, in 2009, I got to play with one of the biggest gospel bands in Ghana called the No Tribe Band. And trust me, it was all tension. It was all I was so nervous on stage and everything. I was like, "Whoa! Finally!" It's to share with the whole world.
It's a big moment.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But okay, so I'm gonna press you right there a little bit. So there was a call for a bass player. But did you initially like music? Like, did you listen to music?
Yeah, I loved listening to music.
Who were you listening to?
I was listening to the likes of Westlife. I was listening to the Backstreet. I was listening to a lot of gospel as well. Because I come from a very Christian family. And, a lot of gospel being played every morning. So, yeah, a lot of gospel music, yeah.
Wow.
And my aunt would get me CDs. And, I mean, back in the days, cassettes and all of that. Well, cassettes before CDs, yeah. Yeah, listening to everything, yeah.
I miss these days, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so you initially liked music and then you got that call.
Yeah.
In that period where you were, learning the bass, what was like some of the challenges you faced early on?
One, in 2004, even YouTube wasn't around.
Correct. YouTube launched in 2005.
Perfect. And when it launched in 2005, it wasn't even very active in Africa.
Correct.
So basically, we had to learn from DVDs and all of that.
Ah.
And there will be one guy. Well, sorry, I skipped it. Before DVD, there was VHS.
Correct.
And there would be one guy who only had the VHS, and we would all go into his house to
You're
go
kidding.
watch it, and then he pushes it in the deck,
Yeah.
and then he plays it, and then we try to get. It was so tough. So learning without technology around that time was pretty much tough. But now, I mean, we're blessed.
Yeah.
For YouTube.
How to play bass.
Yeah.
YouTube. Boom. And
Yeah.
you'll see like millions of
1
videos.
million videos. It wasn't like that back then. Yeah. It wasn't
So-
like that back then. Yeah.
So that was like a challenge for you.
Very big challenge. And there were no established music schools as well, teaching basic, principles of playing bass or playing music back then in Ghana as well. So yeah, that was also a big challenge. But yeah, making mistakes and,
It's part of it.
it's all part of it. And yeah.
I mean, that's incredible. Okay. When did you realize that you're really passionate about it? Okay, so you got into it.
Yeah.
You played with this, big group. And okay,
Yeah.
when did you realize, I'm really good at this. I'm really passionate about this.
I think it was that time when the group came to my church to audition for a bass player, and then I got called. That's when I realized I could do this thing. I could actually do it. And even when I got a call, it took about a year for me to get into the band, because I think, not that they forgot about me, but he was still, trying to put the band together
Yeah.
and all of that.
Yeah.
Finalizing a few members he had called and all of that. So, I mean, yeah, after that, went into magic. There's a history. I could go deep into it, but then, yeah.
Like what?
I mean, afterwards, well, I formed my band. Afterwards, I got the opportunity to play with so many gospel musicians back at home as
In
well.
Ghana.
Yeah. So on the playing side, that's it. And then when it comes to what I studied in school, I studied marketing. So I had a company. I had a music consultancy firm.
You studied marketing.
Yeah, marketing.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I had a music consultancy firm that also ran as an events company.
Oh, wow.
And then one of the stuff that I used to do, which was quite big in Ghana, was the Bass Clinic Music Seminar.
The Bass Clinic Music Seminar.
Yeah, which started from, hosting about 300 participants to about 3,000 people before
What?
I left Ghana, in 2016.
Bless.
But then I had to move out here because the calling was bigger in the UAE, and then, I had to live and
Wow.
come here. Yeah.
What a story. Like
Yeah.
this is a little bit of people knowing, Sana, the bass player right here.
Yeah.
You never got into singing or
No, I can't sing. I mean, even in the bathroom, when I sing, I mean, the windows are. I'm like, okay. But I can write. I write music. Yeah, I've written for a few people. Written stuff on my albums. I've got 2 albums as well. That most of them are written by me.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wait, you got 2 albums already out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's-
one in 2014 and then one in 2016.
They're out on streaming platforms?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
On Apple Music,
Okay.
Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I want to do something. I want to do something. I'm definitely going to check them out in the break. But
Yeah.
I want to take a small break right now.
Okay.
And part of what I do is I want to put you on the spot, and I want you to tell me, you're the radio guy right now. You're the DJ.
Hello,
and,
hello.
And you can play any record you want. What would you
Okay.
play?
Well, there's this new band that recently launched their single. I've forgotten the name of the single, but the name of the band is West Coast Ebusia.
West Coast?
A very talented band from Ghana.
From Ghana?
Yes, I want to play that music.
Okay,
So-
I have a record for them right here. Sakumono Broadway.
Perfect, that's it. Please play that one.
That's the
Yeah,
record?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. We're gonna play this record, ladies and gentlemen, and I think I can assume that this is the first time they get played on UAE radio.
Trust me.
Right?
Yes.
100%.
Internationally.
So guys,
And thank you.
You gotta thank Sana for this. West Coast Ibusua?
Yes, Ebusia.
Ebusia.
Yes.
On the radio right here on Pulse 95 Radio in Sharjah. We're going to hear this amazing track. I'm going to be right back with Sana. Again, one of my favorite musicians right here, and somebody who's really, really talented. Just getting to know him. And up next, he's going to be performing with us. We have a special guest in the building as well, Milton from the Tasty Biscuits. He's going to help him on the keyboards. Keep a look. Do not go anywhere. It's Pulse 95.
Catch a vibe with Big Hass. Only on Pulse. Pulse 95. Pulse.
Pulse 95 Radio, Catch a Vibe, episode number 43, ladies and gentlemen. We are with a special guest, Sana, who is from Ghana, based here in the UAE. He's been here for about 7-8 years. By the way, this is his original work in the background that you can hear. This is a record called Out of Time featuring John Paca. And this is actually released in about 8 years ago. And we're just getting to know him, obviously, as a human and as an artist. Sanaa, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you, Big House.
My brother.
I appreciate the opportunity.
My brother.
Yeah,
No, man, like, we're very thankful. Okay, so you said that you came to the UAE about 8 years ago. So the question is, what led you here? What made you come here? And tell me about the first few months of you here. So when you came here, why did you decide to come to the UAE?
Okay, so I got a job here.
Nice.
And I work full time. I've been working for the past 7 years. I'm into sales for my day job.
So the day job is sales?
Yeah, I'm into sales. And then I play bass as well. So I had the opportunity to meet wonderful musicians within these 7 years.
And brother, I gotta say, isn't there a lot of musicians in the UAE?
Yes. And out of these wonderful musicians, I've been blessed to have people I can call friends.
Nice.
So if you ask me for my circle, you would find out about 95% of my circle of friends are all from this wonderful industry that we have in the UAE.
Wow.
Yeah, and these are not just for me to call people friends. That means you are a family as well. You're a family member. So
wait. A big one. Yes. I love this. So now, I've interviewed a lot of artists, and the amount of musicians, I'm not talking about singers, or the amount of musicians in the UAE is a lot. Do you have a reason why this is? In terms of musicians, people who play drums, guitar, bass, keyboard, instruments.
It's a lot.
Right?
It's a lot. And I don't know. It's crazy also because these a lot of people are all great and wonderful people with wonderful hearts. And it's
love that.
Yeah, it's unexplainable because you meet people and you're like, wow. Was it selected? Was it handpicked that the best out of the best was picked from Ireland, the best out of the best was picked from Philippines or from Zimbabwe or from Nigeria? I mean, it's crazy. Wonderful people with great spirits, great hearts. So it's just a family. If you look around, it's just a family out here.
No, I can see.
We complement each other instead of competing. We fellowship with each other instead of all the negative. There is no negativity as a
man, love that. I mean, we got one next to you right here. Milton is here, from the Tasty Biscuits.
Yeah.
You're definitely gonna hear from him in a bit. But Sanaa. So when you first came here and you got to meet these musicians, do you remember the first group of people you met back then?
Yes. So I met Pico Raymond on drums. You know him? Yeah. So I worked with Pico.
Oh, wow.
I met Pico at a jam session, and then he loved my playing, and we worked together for about 1 year in Iris. And then I met Joe Hani as well.
Okay.
Amazing dude. And he has to date. He's got me jobs every time.
Wow.
Wonderful brother.
Wow.
Wonderful brother. He's got me jobs every time. I played with him. I still play with him for JM4.
Amazing.
We've done so many projects together.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
You said something earlier. You said that in Ghana, you obviously, you took it off. You launched your own band. You did your own marketing.
Yeah.
Over here, you were always playing for people. Did you launch your own thing?
So, the cat is out of the bag now. Let me just feel it. So I'm working on a project. I'm working on my third album. And I think I would give something on the album out today. I'll give something small.
You'll play from
okay. First ever radio play. First ever
exclusive, ladies and gentlemen.
Exclusively on Pulse
95.
Yes.
Oh man, no, I mean, it's definitely a blessing. But when you start meeting all these people, you play for a lot of people as well, because a lot of people value your. When we talk about bass, before we hear you play, I want you to explain to the audience what is the bass. What's the purpose of the bass, and what's the essence of the bass in a group?
Yeah, I mean, just one word mainly, the foundation.
Wow.
And
the foundation.
Yeah,
the essence.
Yes. Once you understand the meaning of that word, it keeps you in check when you are playing every time. Be in a recording, be in a live show, you know what you need to do is to hold everybody together. So it doesn't let you out of being a foundation.
And that's the job of a bassist.
Perfect.
Wow.
To be the foundation. So I've just been doing that for everybody I play with.
Yeah. Keep it together.
Keep it together. That's all.
That see, that's incredible. Why do I feel, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, that people don't understand that a lot? Like I'm talking not musicians, I'm talking about the audience. They don't understand that they think it's the drummer, and the drummer does that. I think, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's interesting that the
Yeah.
bassist does that.
Yeah, and then you just keep it there. So you know your role is just to create a foundation. Just like a building, you know what the foundation does. So if the foundation isn't solid, then the house is going to collapse.
Oof. Yeah, that's incredible. Okay, I know that you said you're working on your own album, and you're about to hear, obviously, something from the album, and very, very thankful for that. Before we hear you play, when are you releasing this album, and what does it contain? Like, who have you collaborated with?
Okay, so it's got 6 tracks on it.
Nice.
And I have Rodney. I've met same thing. Wonderful people I met out here. I've got Rodney Barreto on it.
Okay.
He's from Cuba.
Nice.
I have Jerome Derejero
Allah,
on it
Jerome
from Philippines.
Derejero, yeah.
I have Patrick Kotzimo
Okay.
from Ghana,
Yeah.
from back home. I have Dominic Kwashi.
Yeah.
He's the instrumentalist of the year in Ghana last year.
Oh, wow.
He's on it as well for guitar. I've got Jose from Cuba as well.
Yeah.
I've got Vitali. I've got
Vitali,
Vitali,
the
yeah.
saxophone
Yeah,
player?
yeah, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah, and I've got Assad Bufangsu on it. I've got,
What?
Yeah, wonderful people on it. Charlie Keys.
Wait.
yeah.
Where's my line of applause right here?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay, 6
Yeah.
tracks.
Yeah, 6 tracks.
Okay. How? Yeah.
There is one other thing that I've been working on for the past 2 years, which I intend to release with the album, which is a book. So
A book?
Yeah, I've written a book on.
We gotta add author to that as well.
Yeah, so the idea is to have a double release. That is why I'm actually delaying both, because
Okay.
I've been concurrently working on both. A book on my life and how I've been. The title of the book is Passion, Persistence, Pursuit.
Oof.
A music entrepreneur's guide. Yeah, a music entrepreneur's
I
guide.
love that.
And it tries to take people through my life, 1 in chapter 1, 2 on how to navigate around the music industry.
Wow.
How to pursue music as a full-time musician, and then it touches on a few key things that sometimes people neglect. And
I love that.
Working on that as well.
Brother, in Sharjah, we have the largest book fair in the world called the Sharjah International Book Fair.
Amazing.
Next year, obviously, we are already in it.
Yeah.
But next year,
Yeah.
the book is out. We need to get you there. Maybe you get
Thank
a signing thing.
Thank you.
I'll talk to my people.
Thank you. Thank you.
But seriously, this is
Yes,
incredible.
thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome somebody who's also incredible, Milton from the Tasty Biscuits. Hi, Milton. How are you? You're good. You're good. Perfect. Okay. So I'm gonna actually set you guys up. We're gonna hear what will we be able to hear right now?
So
Sanaa.
we were thinking of what to play, and we just composed a song for Big House, actually.
Wow.
So the song is called "Big House is the Man."
What?
He is the man.
I'm just trying to fix the camera right here from here because
So
no, but seriously, if you're watching on YouTube, you can
Yeah.
see Milton right now. Milton
Yeah.
and obviously Sanaa.
Yeah.
Milton is from Zimbabwe. God bless. And obviously Sanaa's from Ghana.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys are ready, this is truly amazing to see both. Obviously, I'm interviewing Sanaa, and he said he's bringing a keyboard player, and I know Milton from the Tasty Biscuits. I was like, bam, wow, this is incredible. I got like I'm in for a treat, and you guys are in for a treat. So whenever you're ready, take it away, Sanaa and Milton right here on Pulse 95 Radio. Hey, Sana. Brothers and sisters.
So
Yo, this what is this song called?
Big Ass is the man.
Big Ass System. You guys are super funny, man. It's super cool. But before actually I play a record for you, Rise Again, Opoku, I want to ask you, I see a lot of passion when you play. It's like you go to a new world. Tell me more about how you feel when you play.
So it's something that I usually share with people, which is you first enjoy it, you first have the vibe before you could share with other people.
With anyone else.
Yeah. And especially with the act, I mean, if you don't feel it, you cannot communicate it.
Facts.
You cannot fake it.
Facts.
So that's why, I mean, well, I'm known to be very selective with even the gigs I play, because I feel it's important for me to choose the right gigs that I can contribute efficiently. Otherwise, I would only be doing myself and the artist a damage when I'm in it.
Wow.
So
wait. It's dropping jewels again.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
I think it's quite important for you to feel the music, for you to like the music that you're doing, for you to love it, because music is not just like sales or any other corporate job. It's something that communicates spirit, communicates a lot.
Facts.
I mean, well, let me just pause it there. I might go very, very deep.
No, but I love everything that you said.
Yeah. So I mean, and we meant it. This song is for you.
Bless you.
So playing it for you, I need to make sure it comes.
It's an honor. I feel I feel blessed to know that I have two amazing brothers right here that unfortunately, because we're both busy, I'm busy with we don't see each other a lot, but I can tell you I got so much respect for both of them. Like, Sana, for you, I was not kidding when I said I've interviewed like at least 7 or 8 people right here on the show so far, and they all said that you personally impacted their life. And I have there's an old Bedouin saying that says a human being without impact has no life. So you need to have this impact in our life. This is what we created on this earth, to help each other, to impact each other. So what you said is really incredible. But man, oh man. And Milton, thank you so much for playing. We're going to see you again for sure. And I can't wait definitely to have you and the Tasty Biscuits right here. Tell me quickly about Rise Again, Sana.
Yeah, so Rise Again, well, you found it. Okay, so Rise Again was written in one of my moments. I would call them seasons. And
it features Kobe Mante.
Kobe Mante, amazing friend. He's now based in the UK, writing, songwriter, wonderful, brilliant gospel musician. And I reached out to him and I'm like, dude, I'm going through ups and downs. I need a song that takes you up and down, but then keeps the message of rising again despite everything. So you would still, in life, in everything that you go through, you will still go down. It's a roller coaster.
Correct.
Yeah. If somebody tells you it's a linear movement in life, the person is lying to you.
Facts.
But you should always remind yourself that you're going to rise again. Regardless of whatever you go through, you're going to rise again.
He's going to make me cry today. Ladies and gentlemen, Rise Again, Opoku Sanaa featuring Kobe Mante. Kobe Mante.
Yes.
Right here on Pulse 95 Radio. Listen to it, and we're going to be right back. Keep it locked right here on Pulse 95 Radio.
Catch a vibe with Big Hass, only on Pulse 95. Pulse.
ladies and gentlemen, Africa's in the building, Ghana's in the building, Zimbabwe's in the building, Saudi Arabia's in the building, UAE is in the building. Right here, Catch a Vibe, Pulse 95 Radio, with me, Big Hass. I got a special guest in the building, episode number 43. Got Opoku Sanaa, who is an amazing musician, bass player, an arranger, composer. We also have Melton. He's in the studio. He's not talking yet, but we'll have him on the show. He's part of the amazing group called the Tasty Biscuits, which like they're making a lot of noise, and I love that. Also, they have an amazing name. And Sanaa, tell me a little bit about the background music we're hearing. This is Pat Thomas.
Pat Thomas is amazing. He's a legend, and that's high life you're hearing over there. And high life music is so big, so big. Originally from Ghana. I mean, you
tell
hear
me
the elements of,
Look, I believe that Africa is truly the original of the world in terms of like there's a lot of, when you speak about the culture, the music. How is the music in Ghana like? Like how is it like?
Okay, so there is a widest. I mean, when you talk about Ghanaian music, there's the traditional type.
Okay.
Which has got, I would say, different elements or different departments. Because when you go to the Ashanti region, where I am from,
okay,
they play the Adwa, they play the Kete.
Yeah.
It's totally different from when you go down to the south,
wow,
to the Gans, that tribe.
Really?
They've got their pan logo, and which is totally different. When you go up north, totally different as well. And Ghana is made up of so many tribes. So imagine, I've just mentioned 3. Imagine the more than 10 tribes that we have.
Really?
Different type of music.
And each tribe is different.
Yes. And that's for the traditional. Now we go to the contemporary.
Yeah.
Wonderful musicians all over. These new kids who are coming up, trust me, they play bass, amazing keyboards, amazing drums. I'm like, whoa, guys, you guys are killing it.
Pat Thomas is considered what, contemporary?
Mix? Fusion, actually.
Fusion.
Because most of the musicians on this record that you've heard is from OBY, the OBY band, Uhiabe band, and they are like the new age. It's got Kwame Yeboah, who has so much, so much knowledge from the past. He produced it. And Pat Thomas is a legend from way back till now. He's still playing festivals and all of that.
Oh wow!
So he's got a fusion of both,
man,
the traditional and the new age. Yeah.
You see, part of what I love this is also me getting educated about the music, and you have. This is what I said earlier. We see you as a bass player, and somebody who's putting the group together. But you have a mind. The guy is writing a book. You have a lot of thoughts, which I truly appreciate.
Thank you.
And that's truly remarkable. Okay. The UAE music community or scene, you've been here for 7 to 8 years.
Yeah.
You played with practically a lot of people. Before that, who's your favorite to play with? Let's put you on the spot. Name some of the people you play with.
Well, I've played with Hamdan Arabri.
Shout out to Hamdan.
Still play with him to age. I've played with Jamie
DeVille.
I've
Nice.
played with Jayabu. I've played with Jerome Derejero.
Wow.
I've played with
that's incredible.
Tasty Biscuits.
Tasty Biscuits,
part of the original band.
Yeah.
And do you want to say something, sir? Okay. Well, I've played with.
So I know all these people so far.
Quite a lot of people, yeah. Quite a lot of people. I've worked with so many people. CNR Mafia, Estaiden,
wow.
Nicky Loki.
Wow.
Gaia.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Okay. So you worked with a lot of people, and that gives you the right to say your opinion about the music community here or scene, right? What are your thoughts about it?
Well, I would say, overall, it's a wonderful scene.
Yeah.
For gigging musicians, for songwriters, still growing.
Correct.
I believe so, and I believe in terms of infrastructure for royalties and all of that. I believe we will get there. We will get there, but currently it's not really evident. So for the gigging scene again, so many venues to play at. Yeah, so many places to work.
I agree. Yeah. But live music. Okay, this is where I'll challenge you. Some of the artists I spoke with.
Yeah.
they said the live music is really cool, but some of the venues always forces them to play covers.
Yes.
Now, this is where I have a problem with. Like, I can play, okay, 1 or 2 covers in like an hour set. Okay. What are your thoughts about that? Like, how can we encourage original music?
Yes. Okay. So, well, working from the corporate, being on the corporate side, I do understand both sides. As a musician, I understand they would want to play, or we would want to play our original music.
Of course.
But think about it this way: you are hired, or paid salary to come and perform. Now, same thing, I studied marketing in school, but it doesn't mean I'm going to necessarily perform every bit of marketing that I studied in school at the job. I'm given a specific task to do.
Correct.
Which may even be away from what I studied. Now, because people see music as part of the corporate when they hire musicians, it's more like contributing to the organization rather than a space for you to exhibit or share your talent.
Look, I've interviewed a lot of people. No one really explained it that well. I get it.
So, I mean, why would you come and teach us a new way to fry egg when we have a lay down procedure for
I love
egg?
what you said. I mean, look, I'm very loud about this. I think it's a duty for these venues to give you guys this platform.
Yes.
I feel it. I get it. How do we grow the local or regional talent if we're not giving them the space? Whereas if you get like imagine like John Legend coming here doing covers. You expect him to do originals because it's John Legend or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The musicians that we have here are very talented. And I think, like someone like Abri, for example, has some amazing original music. But sometimes he's asked to perform all these covers.
Yeah, because, I mean, there again, back to the point. I mean, you are paid as a replacement for the DJ if you go deep to understanding it. So instead of background music, they want a musician to play music that the audience would already know.
Yeah, and vibe with.
So I believe in the UAE, what we are blessed with is we have venues that encourage live performances, like the Coca-Cola Arena, like Expo, which give the stage for people to exhibit or pour out their music. And when you talk about a restaurant and you want to play original, I still don't find, because coming from the corporate side, I can see how the restaurant manager thinks. Him playing his original in the corporate.
Yeah, but okay, challenge you. What if you play original music and you got more people staying in and loving that? Well, you get more business.
That's a risk.
That's what you get. Like Sanaa and Milton playing together. The whole thing will sell out.
That's a risk. That's only a few venues like Jazz Lounge would be willing to do. Not all venues would want to do that. They wouldn't want to risk it. They would rather do watermelon that everybody would fight to.
100%. If you had a venue, what would you choose?
I would go for original music.
Original music.
Yeah, I would go for it. I would take the risk.
Give this man the venue. We can see you right now holding this incredible, instrument. Tell me a little bit about it.
Lakeland. So Lakeland, amazing bass. I got signed on to Lakeland.
Amazing.
Last 3 years.
Okay.
4 years. Yeah, I've forgotten the year, but I'm with them.
Okay.
And it's a US based company.
Okay.
And
And in terms of obviously the how many of these you've had throughout the year?
Okay. So in the past, I was with a different company.
Okay.
Called MTD Based.
Okay.
I endorsed MTD from 2012 to 2016.
Nice.
And the reason why I had to leave MTD was because my first job was a music manufacturing company. I could say Yamaha Corporation.
Okay.
I work with the HQ here. Handling sales for Africa.
Nice.
So I had to, of course, it was conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Endorsing a different brand. So I had to leave. I had to cancel the contract. But I don't work there anymore. I work for a different company now.
Yeah.
And I have the liberty to, go back to anything that I love.
Choose that you like.
And then Lakeland has been there to support me when I was looking for bass companies to, partner with. And I've been working with them for the past 3 years.
Oh, man.
They've been faithful to me.
Oh, that's
giving me gears, giving me anything that I want.
Blessed. Yeah. That's really cool. For anyone joining us right now, I want you to do me a favor. When you play the bass, right? I'm going to put the music down, right? Tell me, what's the sound of like the bass? How would you define what a bass is?
A lot of people would go for the low end. I look for the warmth
Okay.
to have not the lows, because the lows are there, but the lows could sink you as well. So I want people to feel the warmth of it. I don't know if it makes sense. I'm trying to say,
I'm definitely
Yeah.
connected. I think the reason why I asked this question is, again, I think the bass, because with the guitar is straight, drums is there.
Yeah.
Bass, I think for me, a lot of people, and even saxophone, or a lot of people, sometimes when I'm in concerts, sometimes people are like, what is he or she doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you guys get that?
Yeah, I mean, I've got I've got scenarios where I'm playing a bass
Yeah,
solo,
see?
and they're like, "Oh, but why is the music off?"
See,
Nobody notices me.
no, thank you so much for talking about this, because I thought, and I want,
Well, I
can you
didn't-
give us like a 20-second solo now?
I could do something. I could
Like-
attempt.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, I would need to turn this on.
Oh yeah,
quickly.
sure. We're doing that. We're doing that live. I just want you guys to see when or hear. Obviously, when we talk about solo, when we talk about the bass, it's such a. He said it right. Like it's this instrument that is all about. People sometimes ask you, "Oh, was the music on or off, or was he playing?" I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, see? That's warmth. Hey, I mean, look at Milton enjoying as well. I like that. Oh, that's super cool. Ladies and gentlemen, we are with Sanaa, an incredible musician. We're actually going to take a short break and be right back. Sanaa, I'm going to play Jamie DeVille and Talal on the way. I like this record. We play it on the radio. Keep it locked. Do not go anywhere. I'm going to be right back with Sanaa with our final and last segment. It's Catch a Vibe.
Catch a Vibe with Big Hass, only on Pulse. Pulse 95. Pulse.
Pulse 95 Radio, Catch a Vibe, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. And you can actually hear in the background the music being played by Melton from the Tasty Biscuits. And I asked him just to play something while I'm talking, and music takes you places. Oh. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing a show like this. Thank you, Milton. A big round of applause for my brother. Oh, man. Okay. Shout out Ghana in the building. This is a group that our guest introduced me to. Saint-Tropez, right? Woo! Love it. Look at that. I mean, you can hear the culture in it. Catch a Vibe, episode number 43. We are with Sanaa, who is from Ghana, based here in the UAE. He's been here for 7-8 years. Sanaa, this is our last segment. You're about to perform, obviously, something for us in a bit. But I want to go back to your own original work. You have this album that you're putting together.
Yeah.
It features a lot of amazing people. It has like 6 tracks. What would you say is the evolution between the first work that you've done and now this one? What's the evolution?
I believe in terms of even expression, I've been able to express properly, but not properly, I mean better on this album. That's one. Secondly, in terms of production, I believe in terms of the mixing and mastering, this is going to be of better quality than the previous ones. Songwriting, it's quite almost the same.
Wait, I got to talk about that. So when you speak about songwriting, you write
Yeah.
You know, your
write
songs.
them, yeah, because on the previous albums I had lyrics on some of them written by me.
Okay.
Arrangements all done by me. So arrangements on this, and I think the last important point is the exposure. So I've been blessed to be exposed to several music genres now, having to work either in Arabic gigs or either in Filipino gigs or be it wherever. So I have a wider, understanding of music and its influence to what I'm putting out on this album.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. What would you say is the biggest evolution in Sanaa? From the day you started in 2004 till now.
Deep question, eh?
Yeah. on a music level and also a human level, because look at you right now as we're ending this interview. You're a bass player. You're also a composer, an arranger, right? You keep the group together. We talked about the bassist. You're an author, right? You're an amazing human being. You have thoughts. So, I'll rephrase the question. Did you ever thought when you answered that call that you'll reach to where you are today?
I knew I was meant for greatness from day one.
Nice.
Yes, there were the struggles in between, obviously, either with the learning or either with some of the people I worked with. Sometimes got fired from gigs. They were all learning experiences. And I believe I have evolved. I've gained more understanding even in terms of the work ethics, in terms of how to communicate music more efficiently, how to contribute more, better understanding of my role, which I mentioned at the foundation. In the past, it was there, but it was still a baby, and it never stops, because music, the study of music never stops. It stops when you die.
Facts.
It never stops. So we keep growing. I'm still learning, So I put myself sometimes in uncomfortable positions, in uncomfortable gigs, so I could have the opportunity.
Wow, you challenge yourself.
Well,
what does the family think about all of this?
Mom is very supportive. So I have a single mom. She's very, very supportive.
Bless her.
She's so. I was on the phone before I came here. I told her, Mom, I'm going for an interview.
Bless.
Whoa! I tell her everything.
Bless.
She's so happy. She's seen the evolution over time.
Yeah.
When I started, African parents. Obviously, she was like, can you focus on the books and all of that?
Yeah.
But then with time,
same as our parents. Believe me.
yeah, with time she accepted that was where he was.
Is she your biggest fan?
Yeah, she is.
Oh, bless her.
She is,
amazing.
She is, yeah.
No, God bless her. That's really amazing. So, a couple of things right here before we hear you play. When I'm talking to you, I feel that there's a lot of things that you want to say. Is music enough for you to express everything that is in your mind?
Music is definitely one of the main ways
channels
in which I express, and yes, I would say yes. Be it having a tough day in the office, I come back home, instead of resting, I go straight to my bass.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then sometimes you write songs. I mean, so
amazing.
Yes, I think you know me. I feel like you know me.
Sanaa, any regrets in your life?
No.
Okay.
Because I believe most of the mistakes I've made they've been very, very, they were important for my learning steps. If I hadn't made those mistakes, eventually I was gonna,
do you
make them in the future? And
I get it. Do you remember? Obviously, you played a lot of gigs.
Yeah.
Was there a special gig in your life that you go like, oh, I did so well? One that stands out, if it exists. Or you just give it all your all every time, I know.
Yeah, I do. But I mean, I'm quite critical of myself because I believe every gig is also a learning opportunity.
Wow.
So
every gig?
Yeah, every gig. No
matter how big or small
it is, how big it is. So I try to look for the recording to try and listen to myself and look for the mistakes and all of that. I'm very, very critical. So, I mean, I'm not one of those people who, after playing, people walk up to me and be like, you did well. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. But I know because I've already done, I'm very, very self-reflective.
Yeah. I
have a look at what I did and what I could have done better. And then it leads me to improving on the next gig. Yeah.
episode 43 is becoming like one of my favorites because how I knew you before in the past 40 minutes and how I know you now. I used to respect you, of course, but really now I respect you double, I think, because you get to know a person, right? You're just seeing somebody play, and you're a great, bass player, but then you understand their mentality. You start thinking about, look at us, how is he thinking? Look at the knowledge that you know. Look how you educated me about some of the music. Like this is, scratching the surface. Man, I'm going to put you on the spot, and obviously we got Melton right here. What do you tell Melton? What do you want to say to him? Anything that you want to say to him?
What do you want to say to me?
What do I want to say to Milton?
If there's anything you want to tell him.
My young brother.
No, but it's really beautiful to see the sense of camaraderie. Obviously, you talk about musicians being always, together. You're always there for each other. A lot of people play for different bands, different groups, and it's really nice to see. Sanaa, would love to hear from you. What is it that you have in mind right now for you to play?
Yeah, so I was thinking of sharing something with you and the listeners.
Sure.
Something from the new album.
From the album.
Yeah.
Amazing. And this album, hopefully, beginning of 2024? Or?
Yes, that's the idea.
Okay.
But most likely, this is going to come out in December.
Oh,
November, December.
Okay.
So it's going to come out as a single.
Do we have a name for it or not yet?
Let's
help Sanaa come up with a name, you guys.
I mean, you could put in the charts if you have a lovely name after listening to the song.
4215. Text us right now, 4215. And if there's a specific name that you feel with this one, I'm going to listen to it too, and maybe I'll come up with a name. And guess what? This will be the name of the record.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put the music down. And whenever you're ready, Opoku Sanaa, ladies and gentlemen, from Ghana, based here in the UAE. What a beautiful musician. And we're about to hear an exclusive record that he's worked on, part of his album. Sanaa, take it away, Pulse 95. Now you're talking. Melton is liking it. Right. Sanaa, Pulse 95 Radio, ladies and gentlemen, live music. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Look at that bass. What? Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Oh, man, Sanaa, it's an honor having you. Before we let you go, what kind of role does your background play in your music?
Well, so this is based on this music is originally coming from the Kete, which is
this specific one we just heard.
Okay. Which is from the tribe which I'm from, the Ashanti tribe. So it's got a lot of traditional element to it.
Yeah.
But then guess what? It's got contemporary guys on it as well.
Yes, I was going to say that. Yeah.
On trombone. It's got Vitali on sax.
Nice.
And it's got Dominic on guitar. So it has the my idea was to have the traditional merge with the new age.
You did it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to come up with a name. Milton, do you have a name? It's like we don't have a name. Like he's thinking about a name. I was thinking.
Yes.
So there's two things that came to mind, right? And me talking to you, I was thinking Essence.
That's it.
And I was thinking like something festive, not festive, but like some festive like that. But I kind of connected with Essence after what you told me, as like Essence, you know. I don't know what this track is, part of your 6 tracks. If it's like the, you know, in terms of like maybe it's the Essence track, maybe, you know. So I'm gonna throw in Essence. That's for me. But you guys, you just heard it. 4215 Texas. What kind of name did you feel? You know, you have no names at all, Sana.
No, I think with this, I'm going to leave it to your audience to
just
pick it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. 4215. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we've reached the end of our show. Obviously, episode number 43 with Sana. Sana, any last words you'd like to say?
Thank you, Big Ass. Thank you. Would be an understatement to what you do for the UAE music
Bless you,
industry.
my brother.
I think you do so much for us, and we love you.
I'm your servant.
I mean, but servants can sometimes be the master as well.
No, but seriously, I think a lot of you guys, like I said, rejuvenates me. Seeing you both together today, you know, and just the energy is really beautiful. I want to end with Santrofi, with Africa, beautiful record.
Yeah.
We have Ghana, we have Zimbabwe, we have Saudi Arabia. We are in the UAE. It's a beautiful vibe, beautiful energy. Sana, I want you to come back when the album is done.
Thank you.
So that we can play,
you
know, we can play this and know that we're here to support you and show you love.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Sana, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We
you,
say
guys.
peace and love. We'll catch you guys in the next, new episodes. Enjoy this Santrofi out of Ghana, right?
Yeah.
Out of Ghana.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Amazing band.
Amazing band. That's a record called Africa. Peace and love.